Hello, we are going to do some quick ideas or thumbnail sketches for our final issue consent poster design. So you can see here I've drawn out 6 boxes. You can do 6 to 8 boxes. My boxes are 8 centimeters by 6 centimeters, and I've got 6 of them. Like I said, you could go 6 to 8. And what you need to think about is what information you're going to get across and the different locations you're going to put it in. Some of your posters might want to be portrait or landscape. I've done mine landscape today, but you can do yours portrait if you wish to. So thinking about the issues of consent, you've got to think about all the writing that we did around the mind map. And think about the different techniques that we've used. We've tried to do the masking tape technique, we've done the collage technique, we've done the oil pastel monoprint technique. So we could start off with an image. So some of you managed to do an image of a hand. So we're going to draw these very small, okay, just in pencil, and we're going to play around. So in one of these, we might have an image of a hand here. Okay, on another one, we might have an image of a hand here. And this one might have 2 on it. Okay, little finger. And then here we might have 1 on each corner. Okay, we're just playing around with layout, and then some of them you might decide are going to have like an image of a face. So if you're going to have an image of a face, just sketch it out. It doesn't have to be exactly how you want it to be, but just letting the indication of the image of the face is going to go here. Okay, have some hair. Okay, there might be one that's got an image of a face here. Okay, so in different locations on the page, just playing around like that. Okay, and then you can think about what words are we going to add. One of them might actually have a hand going all the way across, different sizes. You can play around with the different sizes of images. Like this could take up a whole, so we could have the whole face coming across like this, got the eyes, the nose, mouth, like that. Right, okay, doesn't have to look amazing, it's just thinking about where you want things to go. So somewhere on here you might have the word consent. Okay, you can think about the lettering. Is it going to be block lettering? Okay, that's one type of lettering we could have. Okay, another type of lettering we could have is bubble writing. So you could have something a bit more curly. Okay, we could have something a little bit more formal. So like a sort of double lined one. Don't know the names of all of the fonts. Okay, it's about trying to make it look interesting. Maybe out of this we could have like a voice box, and then we could have no, like that, exclamation mark, and have consent over there. So it's about location of that. You might think to yourself, I could use a massive question mark, okay, because there should be the choice. Okay, we could have that on there. We could have like sort of more graffiti or more script. Maybe underline it, show it's important. Okay, so you're kind of working on all of them all at the same time. Oh, I've missed out on a finger there. And you could have like sayings that we've been talking about in PSHE. Don't force. Okay, so you've got some text there. Okay, you might think of other things like symbols. We could have gender symbols on there. We could have obviously there's loads of different ones now. We could have different things, images, text, and then what it says, remember to communicate to the theme consistently. Use the style of Barbara Cougar, which we looked at when we were doing the thumbnails for the Alan Turing poster. Okay, think about colouring some of this in. So we could say, I want this to be black because I want it to stand out against my background. Okay, and then you can shade it in. Okay, to make it stand out. And we want to have a range of different consent poster ideas. Okay, then once you've coloured these things in and filled up your posters trying to get your message across on the issue of consent, you can then annotate it. So annotation is to label and explain your work. And when you're labeling and explaining your work, you might be thinking about the techniques that we were doing. So these hands, we might do these hands as a oil pastel mono print. We might do this text, okay, using biro in black. Okay, you might decide that behind here we're going to have some of that masking tape technique. Okay, so then we label that masking tape. Okay, and red water colour. I want all these designs to be using pencil, just for ideas of layout. Okay, we could have think about respect. Okay, respect could be something that we write down. And so we've got the oil pastel. We could have this as a collaged hand in newspaper. So we could layer that, collage, hand, newspaper. And then maybe we could have a ripped background for the word, and we could have that on brown paper. Okay, and then maybe we could do a watercolor wash, watercolor wash. You could obviously we could do the newspaper technique where we transferred it with sellotape. So we could have We can draw some strips and say newspaper, sellotape technique. So I'm not going to be able to finish these all now. I want you to have a go. But what I would like you to do is I would like you to sketch out and play around with the different layouts of your consent poster. I want you to try and add some shading to them and some annotation to explain how you think it will work. And then next time we're going to be making it. All right, cool.